We appreciate you today clicking in to GoETBTigers.com and listen to us live via an audio feed at GoETBTigers.com and ETB Sportsnet. And also appreciate those who click in later in the week on YouTube and watch the video segments. And I want to say, since it's our last show of the year, appreciate Adam and Kenneth and Matthew for their behind-the-scenes work that make everything possible so that you can enjoy ETB Extra each week. We broadcast live this year from the first floor of the Ornella Student Center on the campus of ETBU, as I said. Time now to talk Tiger tennis with the head coach of both the women's and men's program here at ETBU. And, of course, a couple of weeks ago, the women wrapped up their season, finishing the runner-up spot in the ASC. And so now the men had their final tournament of the year, the American Southwest Conference Championship Tournament. And Coach, it was a weekend that everybody had to juggle weather, and you ended up playing indoors, right?
Right. We thought it was going to happen at the women's ASC tournament, but lo and behold, it happened at the men's ASC tournament. So we had to go indoors, and of course, we had all those big storms that were coming through Dallas. It came through Marshall last weekend, and it wasn't big storms at the time, but just damp enough to keep the court slick. And so we went indoors there at the
Plano Life Fitness Center? Lifetime
Fitness, I believe, was in Plano. Beautiful club. Had, I think, like 10 indoor courts over there and a workout room, several outdoor courts, and it was just perfect conditions. I mean, no variables to worry about, no wind, no rain. You just had to adjust to the lighting and just very, very fast plays. Just pretty slick surface, and just did not want to let the ball bounce and the type of thing.
Well, UT Dallas was the host school as they were the #1 seed from the West Division. ETB goes as the #2 seed from the East. And let's talk about day one of the tournament and your men and how they did.
Day one, we had to play Concordia, and we beat them earlier in the year, 5-4. So we knew it was going to be a very, very close match. And we went out there, and they were ready for us. They were very, very fired up. I think we started off down in every doubles match except for #3 doubles. And then we were able to turn around 1 and 2 doubles, and then we started getting behind at 3 doubles. And then at one point it looked like we were going to lose all 3 doubles matches. And then I know Matt was sitting there, and we just kept looking at each other, and it started getting really stressful and really loud. And then 3 kept going back and forth, and then we fell behind, I think 6-3 at #2 doubles, and then we crawled back at #1 doubles, and I thought we were going to come back and win #1 doubles. We ended up losing it, and then we crawled back at #2 doubles and tied it back up, and we ended up keeping the lead at 3 doubles. Ended up winning that. Ended up coming back, boiling down to #2 doubles. Ended up being that just the deciding match. We knew that if we got that 2-1 lead in the doubles, we'd have a chance to win that thing, and it was just a critical match. I think we ended up winning that thing. I think 8-6. Was it 8-6, Matt, that we won that, or 9-7? But that was the match of the day, honestly. So we got the lead 2-1 and held on to that. We won 3 of the. No, I think the first 3 singles matches off the court, Cody won his, and then I think Reed and Dylan came off of theirs, and ended up being the 2 clinching matches for us. Reed played probably the best match that he's played all year at #6 for us. Won a huge match for us at number 6 singles for us, Reed Adams.
So you win on the first day against Concordia. You go to the semifinals, correct? And jumped out to a 2-1 lead, I remember, right?
Yeah, I think
After
that's
doubles.
Yeah, 2-1 against the Western Conference champions, and this is a team that beat us 9-0 before. And I was standing up there with Brian Witt from UT Dallas. He turned and looked at me and goes, "What was our score the first time we played you guys?" And I go 9-0, and he's like 9-0, and I was like, "Yes, sir." And he's like, "Boy, This is going to look awfully bad when you guys beat us 5-1, and so he was stunned. He goes, he goes, "I have to hand it to you. Your guys came to play today," and they did. I mean, we came out and just played lights out at all 3 boys doubles. Honestly, we won 1 and 2 boys doubles, and Tyler and Cody maybe had the match of the day. Had several match points at 1 doubles before they won it, and Dylan and Ryan just played great at the 2 to win it. And then we could have won the 3 boys doubles. We were up 4-3 at 3 with Connor and Rollin at the 3, and ended up losing that one. We were very close to being up 3-0 in the doubles, and then jumped out on them pretty early in the singles. We had several close singles matches. We could have won the thing. They ended up getting the first, I guess, 4 singles matches off the court to win the thing, but Tyler was winning his singles match. Dylan was up 4-1 in the second set in his singles match, and Ryan was just real close to splitting sets in the second set. He had the lead the entire time in the second set, but ended up getting cramps in both of his legs, and we just felt like if we could have split, we maybe could have gotten control of those the cramps in his legs and maybe won that third set. So we were actually real close to winning that match and being in the finals of the men's conference tournament.
Well, the season finished up at the ASC tournament. They went the furthest they've ever done, and since the program's been resurrected 5 years ago. And Coach Bramlett, as you look at the men's team and you evaluate as a coach and you think about, man, what were some of the highlights of the year that they've come so far from the very beginning of the season to end up at the conference tournament?
Oh, boy. I mean, it's just been such a long season, going back and looking back when we played the ITA tournament and the ASC tournament. I knew we were going to be pretty good just looking at the ASC tournament. We got to the semifinals in several events. I think we even got to the finals in 1 or 2 events, but it was such a difficult schedule. They were having to play the same schedule that we had scheduled for the women's program. And I think the turnaround, honestly, was spring break when we beat a regionally ranked opponent in TLU, and then when we beat Concordia for the first time. And so it's kind of ironic that that's who we had to play first round in the conference tournament was Concordia. And so that was certainly a highlight when we won those 2 matches that weekend. And we had so much fun up there on spring break, and they taught all the girls all those Gustavus Adolphus girls how to 2-step up there at the spring break tournament. And then we came back, and we knew we had to start the Eastern Conference tournament, but we knew those were all going to be winnable matches really up until the Laterno match. We knew they were very, very tough, and they proved it at the conference tournament. Everybody was just raving about Laterno. They had to play somebody first round and just darn near almost beat Hardin Simmons. They almost knocked off Hardin Simmons first round, and everybody's asking us, y'all beat Laterno? And they were stunned how bad we beat them because we beat Laterno 7-2. So that was certainly a highlight, beating Laterno. And then obviously the conference tournament, going up there and winning the first round 5-1 and then almost knocking off UT Dallas and making the finals. So, those certainly were all highlights, and just got to give all the glory to God on such a fine season and how it turned out. I'm just so proud of our men's team and the entire tennis program and everything and everyone that helped us make it such a successful season.
It's been a successful season all around in the spring with both men and women tennis making the conference tournament. Of course, the Lady Tigers won the conference tournament last weekend, and now Tiger Baseball in the conference tournament this weekend as they host the red bracket of the ASC here at ETBU. Coach, any final thoughts before we let you go and wrap the Tiger tennis season up and look forward to recruiting in next year?
Oh, no, just it's been a great year, and like I say, not just with the tennis program, but all Tiger athletics, and just want to thank everyone for your support, and hope to see everybody out at the baseball tournament this weekend.
All right, Coach, good to see you, Coach Bramlett. Coach Bramlett's been our last guest here today on ETB Extra, and that's going to wrap up a season for us. Of course, continue to follow Tiger Baseball and Tiger Softball. Tiger Softball waits next Monday to hear from the NCAA to find out what region they'll be playing in, who their opponents will be. More than likely, the University of Texas at Tyler will get an at-large bid. They were the number 1 team most of the year, but not anymore, as the Tigers beat them twice this weekend to win the ASC. Oh, in the latest NFC national poll, ETB moves up to number 8 from 17 last week, and Tyler moved down to number 4 after being ranked number 1 for the last 10 years. Also, last 10 weeks. Also, congratulations to Tiger softball pitcher Kelly Jo McClendon. She was named the National Pitcher of the Week. The Louisville Slugger NFCA National Pitcher of the Week for her great performance last weekend at the ASC tournament. And, of course, go right now to the Tiger website at goetbtigers.com and visit the ASC Red Bracket Tournament page. You'll find out all the information you need to know about the Tigers playing this weekend as they host 3 other teams coming into Woodsfield this weekend. Of course, always, you can find out anything about Tiger athletics at goetbtigers.com. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching this year. We'll see you next year on ETB Extra.